Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another fabulous episode of Fog's World. It's been a while. I know. It's been a while. But that's okay. We're here now. Calm down. Everything's fine. We're back at Fog's World. That was a long walk. I just walked all the way back from the Haunted Mansion. Or not the Haunted Mansion. Oh, okay, I'm going to call it the Haunted Mansion, but that's not what it is. The Forest Mansion. Yeah, that's a long walk. Last time in Fog's World, we conquered the Forest Mansion. Since then, just for grins, I blocked off the village there and lit it up a bit and got things ready. Got put down some crafting tables and whatnot so that to encourage the villagers to take up some professions. But it's not really important because I'll probably never go back out there again because it's so stinking far. Oh my gosh, such a long walk for so little in the way of reward. It's been a little while. We're still in COVID lockdown to a certain extent. I've been very busy with a number of side projects, including my new job, which I mentioned a while back. And the new job has kept me fairly busy. And what little free time I've had has been spent in other projects, which I may or may not share. Give me some time to think about it. But I thought that I'd do at least one more visit here to Fog's World. I think this season is coming to an end. This may be the last episode of Fog's World Season 4. And I thought I'd take a little time to recap what we've done. And so let's start here. Let's start at the base. This is our AFK fish farm right here. Right there. This was the way for me to get my my mending books and Silk Touch and all of that stuff early in the game. Was with a fish farm like this. This fish farm is built above this iron farm, which has been rebuilt since the new changes that have come about with the new villager updates. This used to be the old style iron farm by Tango Tech, and it had to be reset. That farm produced prodigious amounts of iron, most of which still fill those chests down there as iron blocks now, because I converted all the bricks to blocks, or all the ingots to blocks. This right there is our standard vanilla mob farm. This is where I get all of my arrows and basic mob drops, but primarily arrows. Of course, this is the house right here. That's Christmas tree that RU Prime built for me. This here is my fountain in front of my lovely Tudor-style house. Let me take you inside, walk you around. It's been a while. We've carpeted the front entryway. It's a 2-story high entryway with dual sweeping staircases, a lovely pool room over here with a pool table and pool cues and a cue ball there. This is the balcony that overlooks the fountain and the sheep farm and the hot air balloons and the iron farm. That right over there is the witch farm. That right over there is the honey farm, which I never really did much with, to be honest. And this was the only real wheat farm I ever built because, honestly, it's not that useful. So there you go. And if I come over here, this is my aquarium, which I really like. I'm real happy with the way the aquarium turned out. And then this is the bedroom here, the master bedroom with my parrots, all 3 of them keeping watch. And we've got our little posters on the wall. That, looking out the back of the house, that is the hedge maze. And over there is the drowned farm where I get my tridents. If we come down this staircase here, this is the kelp farm. There is a kelp farm buried in the back there, and it produces kelp, which goes in here, and overflow goes down below into my smelter. So this here is the smelter. If I put that in there, it will start chucking out nether brick any minute now. We'll come back and take a look. Over here is the tortoise farm, or the turtle farm, which I have not fed these guys in a while. Let's give these guys some food. So basically you just come up here, breed these guys like this, and then eventually once they're fed, they will lay eggs. The eggs will hatch. The little turtles go down below, most of them. Every now and then some turtles get caught up here, and that's okay. It's not a big deal, but you can hear them laying the eggs now. And so they'll, yep, there you go. Lots of eggs. Those eggs will hatch, and then we'll get the turtles, and the turtles drop down below, and then when the turtles grow up, they suffocate down in there and drop scoots. Obviously, I was very ambitious about how many scoots this thing would hold. 2 full chests? I don't think so. But, you know, scoots aren't very useful, so just because I got them doesn't mean they're any good. But you can see here we're getting our nether brick out the other side now. Oh, it looks like one got stuck in there somewhere. I thought I dropped in a full stack. It's not caught there. Who knows? Who knows? Every now and then one will get caught behind. Oh, let's see. This is the mine shafts. Down here. Yep, so here's my mine shaft. Down in here. Complete with a beacon. Although I took the beacon out. I can't remember why. I put the beacon somewhere else. And this takes me back up, but let's get out early. This is my tree farm right here, where there are no trees at the moment, but that is the tree farm. And back here to the turtle farm again. Boop. There they go. On the other side here, I have this room, which I never put anything in. Never really thought of anything to put in this room, but that's okay. Down below is the workshop. And the workshop has a big map of the area. You can see this is my place right here. The hot air balloons, and the iron farm, and the witch farm, and the mob farm. And yeah, it's fully stocked. It's got everything you could ever possibly want for the most part. We've got potions, we've got barrels, we've got crafting tables, we've got a little place here for mining things that need to be mined. If I come through here, this is the original hidey hole right here, right there. That was the first hidey hole. My first ever place to lay my head. Bed went like right there, I think. I don't know. Original fish farm. Trash can. And then down below here we have nether wart growing, and we have the cow farm for making steak. That's where I get my food and my eggs from the chickens. And that's it for the main part of the base. It's getting dark, so I'll tell you what, why don't we go have a little nap, and we'll show you around the rest of the base here. I don't think it's quite dark enough, but we'll wait here. Let's go wait on the balcony. You can see it slowly sinking. We've got some little farm there, little farm area. Actually, while we're waiting, let's go downstairs and I'll show you what's out that side. There's a little side door here. You can see we've got a sheep pen, and there used to be cows in there. This is some bees. This is where I get the original beehives and bred the bees so that I could make the beehives for the... This is like basically a honeycomb farm is what this is. You can see the honeycomb out there. Oh, and that noise that you're hearing is the kelp farm beneath my feet. Okay, it is now dark enough. We will go sleep. Sleepy, sleepy. Yawn. Okay. Let's go back down. Now, as we come out the front and go around the fountain, like I said, there is the Christmas tree that RU Prime left for me, which I thought was pretty cool. This is the sheep farm. Yeah, we've still got plenty. It's actually a dual sheep farm, obviously. This is, I guess it's really a wool farm, a wool factory more than it is a sheep farm. It automatically shears the sheep. And all those colored sheep generate colored wool that fill these chests. And they are probably all completely full at this point. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all full. If I follow this path out here, this is my little path in the woods to this little area out here. We've got a few jack-o'-lanterns to help light the way. There is this very lovely cave system down here. We made this little crystal cave. It's all lit up. It's lovely. And over here you can see we've got a little aquarium. We've got fish. We've got a heart of the sea to keep us breathing. We've got tropical fish. We've got sea cucumbers. This turned out really nice, I think. I think the coral looks good. The little lanterns with the glass crystals. The fish. Really, really happy with the way this turned out. Super happy with this. So yeah, that I was super happy with. If I come up here, over here you have a little overlook. There's nothing really special here. This doesn't really go anywhere. But you can see it comes out over here. This walkway comes over here, and there's a watchtower. I would thought at some point I might build a proper stable here. I don't know. Maybe I will. We'll see. Over here. Oops, I'm running out of food. I need to go get more food, don't I? I will go get more food here in a minute. After I'm done showing you around my vicinity. We've got a watchtower here that overlooks this lovely plains. And this is really not here for any purpose other than it was a nice view. And also from here you can get a glimpse of the village there. So let's go look at the village. Let's come back down along the path. We'll go back over to the house. We've got our little lagoon. So obviously, since there's a witch farm, we're built on a swamp, or right near a swamp. So those plains over there are right adjacent to this swamp here. And there's this little lagoon here, natural lagoon made by the swamp. And if I come back over here, there's a path here that leads out to this area. And this right here is my village. And this is a handmade village, completely artificial. We've got little workstations here for all the different trades. Huh, this poor guy's taking a beating. I don't have any iron or I'd help you out. But I built battlements around the whole thing so that I could fend off attackers, and I have several times staged raids here. I've got the little watchtower up there. There's even a beehive over here to help pollinate the garden. So there's just a little beehive here. I don't know where the bees are at the moment, but whatever. And there is also right here a sugarcane farm for making paper. If I throw this switch here, it will begin producing prodigious amounts of sugarcane. You can see that. Just lots and lots and lots and lots of sugarcane. So this is where I get all of my magic books now, doing all this trading with all of these dudes. So like there's blast protection and loyalty, silk touch. Got a lot of good librarians here. Okay, so that is the home base. That's what's at the home base these days. Let me go get some food, and we'll go visit the neighbors. because as you know, Fog's World Season 4 is played on a server. It's not a local instance, it's a server. I was hoping... Let's see. Yeah, there we go. I was rather hoping we might get some of the other server denizens to show up, but no, not really happened. Let's go take a look over at the ice farm. So out here in the distance is an ice farm. It's not too far away. Oh, that's spawn, by the way, right there. This little X, that's our spawn point. Okay, this is my ice farm that I built here, just because this was the nearest point where I could get high enough to get where I could make ice. Basically, there's nowhere really closer that I could make ice. Beneath me, that little area is a little teeny house created by one of my sons who was on the server very early and for various reasons just didn't have any interest in sticking with it, and so he never really built that much. But that's okay. He was always welcome, and always welcome to come back if he wanted to. Back here, this is RU Prime's place, another one of my sons. And he did a ton of building. He spent a lot of time on this. He built these lovely fortifications, and that's an iron farm. The castle was his earliest construction, this kind of big, tall fantasy castle thing. And then back here, let's see, he's got... there's a bunch of stuff under the castle. You can go see that in earlier videos. He's got this little foundry there. And, oh my gosh. Wow, when did he do that? Oh my gosh, he built a bee farm, and I didn't even know. Look at that. He built a bee farm. Cool, good for him. Nice. No idea. And then he's got this mine down below, and no idea that he put a bee farm in. What do you know? Very nice. And this is his lumber yard, his sawmill. Oh, here he's built this big sawmill. Cool stuff. So that's RU Prime's place. Let's go visit somewhere else. Do I have wool, but I don't have a bed. I might want a bed. Let me go shear one of his sheep. And let's make a bed. Come on. Do I have... There's a crafting table. We'll make a bed. Okay, because I'm going to need a place to sleep here shortly. Okay, let's look at the map, and we will head out somewhere else. Let's go see Oldtimers Place. Out where? That away. Okay, well, on the way to Oldtimers Place, we've got Olympian's Place. This is another one of my sons who built this. He's got his lovely lighthouse and a base over here and a cleared area. It's been a while since he's been on the server, which is kind of a recurring theme here. Is, most of the folks on the servers have other things that they do. and other games they play, and as as they built things up here, this became less and less interesting to them. This is Oldtimers Place. Oldtimer was one of the more prolific people on the server, and as you can tell, he built quite a bit of stuff. Here he's got his village, and this is actually Oldtimer's old base. This is not his latest base. He was one of the bigger builders on the server. Let's real quick have a sleep. Oh, can't do that yet. He's got his tree house there. He spent a lot of time on this server. Most everyone on the server has left because they've had other interests, or they've been very busy, or they are waiting for the new version of Minecraft to drop before they get back into it, which I completely understand. But yeah, I can't really hold that against them. It's one of the reasons that I haven't been playing as much lately either, is because I'm just, I'm so established at this point, and unlike Oldtimer, I'm not really much of a builder in terms of, like, this house looks awesome. This is his first major house on the server right here, and it just looks great. It's so attractive. He spent so much time. He built a monorail system. He's got that tree house there. This is his castle over here. It's just really creative. Did a lot of really neat stuff. Lots of fountains, lots of color. Built his space shuttle up there. The perpetual fireworks show over here. We've toured this before. It's got his lava flows. Just lots of really cool building and lots of terraforming, and super, super neat. Great building. This big fountain here. Monuments, water towers, just really, really impressive. But like I said, most everyone now is waiting for the new version of Minecraft to drop, and we're going to have to start a new server. And because we're going to have to start a new server, folks are not quite as interested in that. Let's go to Oldtimer's new place now, his new city. Way out there. Yeah, when the new version of Minecraft drops, we will have to start a brand new server, because it doesn't really make sense to keep what we've built, since particularly in the Nether, things have changed so dramatically. So once the new version of Minecraft is out, which should be any day now, honestly, it should be very, very close to release, we will archive this server and start a new one. So if I'm honest, I really don't know why Oldtimer built this far away with his new base, other than I think he was after some newly generated terrain. And sure enough, he got it, but he had to go a long way to get it. He's like 3,000 or 4,000 kilometers away from spawn, so... No, he's over 4,000 kilometers away from spawn. 4,000 to 5,000 kilometers away from spawn. So yeah, that's a long way to go. And what it's meant is it's much less frequent than any of us go to visit anyone else than it used to be at the beginning. At the beginning of the server, we spent much more time all together because we were a lot closer. I think one of the things that we will strive to do in the new one, the new map, is we'll probably start around spawn and we'll branch out like on the spokes of a wheel, and basically let everyone know that, hey, if you need to be in this quadrant off of spawn. And that way people will be less likely to use up all of the neighboring resources because you'll have your own area. Okay, so here we are. This is Oldtimers' new place. And he's built some crazy stuff out here. He's got this giant city that he's built. He's got a huge arch. He's got a fish. He's got this fountain, this big Space Needle-esque building, and like an arch that looks a little bit like the St. Louis Triumphant Arch. He's got a cathedral. He's got a castle. Just crazy amount of stuff that he's built here. Super impressive stuff. He's got a parking garage. Why does he need a parking garage? Who knows? But he's got one. Just amazing. Just amazing. Let's see if we come back here. This area here, this is his village. He built this giant village. He surrounded it with berry bushes to kill any attacking mobs. Stupid cats. Where's the entrance? There it is. He built a little parapet like I did around my village so that he could fend off attacks. There's the dormitory there. Even a little farmland? Is that what that is? Okay. All right, let's head back now. Let's go back through the Nether, though, because we got some other places we can visit. And of course, I do not have a cart. I would love to have a mine cart. Well, I don't have a mine cart, so we're going to just walk it. All right, so while we're in the Nether, let's stop off at the Nether Fortress. Right down here. So down these steps to the Nether Fortress that has been all half-slabbed and coated in lava in order to improve the spawn rate of this. And this right here is the Wither Skeleton Farm. So that is our blaze farm where we get our blaze rods. But also down here we have our Wither Skeleton Farm. So if I go ahead and pop this on, that turns on the farm and that will operate the sweepers. And in due time, we should have a pile of Wither Skeletons showing up here. So let's just wait for a second. Shouldn't take too long. Now the entire area around this point has been either half-slabbed or coated in lava. And let me tell you, that took a bit of doing in order to improve the spawn rates here. And that is why this place even works as well as it does. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that! Woohoo! I love it. Look at that. Okay, so we're going to wait long enough, and then the plungers will come in and suffocate everyone. They'll drop everyone down below, and then anyone that isn't a wither skeleton will suffocate. Turn this off now. We'll wait for them all to suffocate. And then, is this a looting? Yes, this is looting. So now we can come in here. And these guys are pretty much, with a good looting sword, these guys are super easy to just destroy. There you go. Collect XP. We'll just let those guys sit. And then any extra heads will get collected right here. Look at that, we've got a few. Whoops. Oh yeah, we got quite a few. Look at that, I got 3 wither skulls. Just sitting here, just from turning it on. Awesome. Okay, alright then. Can't knock that, huh? 3 wither skulls, just for turning the machine on. Yeah, and it's always super fast to get wither skulls early. You know, the first time you turn it on. After a while, the rates will slow as mobs spawn elsewhere. Because while we've tried our best to cover everything, it's never perfect. So this is where we are at the Wither Skeleton Farm. There's an ice spikes biome out there. Let's now go... Whoop. Ah, yes. Hot Guilty Fury's skeleton spawner is this way. This was one of our early mob farms. I think it's here. Probably this one. Yeah, right there. Little skeleton spawner. Spawn skeletons, they die. And it puts the skeleton droppings in here. Oh, and you can hear them right now. And so we should see them coming up here any minute now. Yep, there we go. And it looks like he built a little... Yeah, just a tower. It's not even... I guess it's a sorter. Yeah, bone and arrow. He sorted out the bones and the arrows and left the rest. Okay, yeah, cool. Alright. And... Okay, we'll walk back up here. So, this is Guilty Fury's place. And you can see he's got a big tree house back here. This was his initial base, complete with a helicopter landing pad. And if you look down here, this is the base of the tree house. This is where I get all my cocoa beans. Because why not? Why have your own when you can use his? And this is a mine area in here, if I remember correctly. And this is his hangar, which we filled with trees. Yeah, this was... All these trees are mostly the results of a prank. We filled his house with trees. This was... he had this big hangar built. And then out the back... Oh my gosh. This is a villager breeder, I believe? Or is it a farm? No, this is a villager breeder. Oh yes, definitely a villager breeder. And then we have his farms over here. He built some automated farms. Like proper carrot farms and whatnot. He built, what's in here? Furnace array, looks like. Okay. And, don't know what this is. Oh, this is his breeder, his villager trader. Villager trading area. Cool. Very nice. And way up at the top of this is his... There's a AFK fishing shack. And then we also built a tree to the sky here. Just because. The fishing shack. Yes. So here we go. This is his AFK fish farm. And I need to sleep. let's just pop down here. Place a bet. Okay, next place that I would like to go. Let's go to here. So on the other side of the jungle, not too terribly far away, see a star over there for Houston, and then right here, this is the Saturn V rocket. You guys remember me building this, right? This was only a few episodes ago. I built this a couple of months back. The big Saturn V rocket. I added this little train back to Houston, which is what I named the nearby town. Giant rocket hangar. Let's go fly up here. Hangar's tall enough that it snows at the top. Ah, thank you. And then if we come into the rocket, we can launch ourselves to the moon. Here we go. We're at the moon. Now, here we are in the end dimension, of course. Where else would a rocket to the moon take you, right? If you come over here... That out there is our Enderman Farm. And so, yep, we built an Enderman Farm out here. That's really all that there is out here is an Enderman Farm. There's really nothing else. I mean, what else would you build here, right? Let's go back. This will take us to spawn. Yep, here we are at spawn. Where have we not been that's worth seeing? How about the Guardian Fountain? That's worth seeing. So we're at spawn. There's that. The Guardian Fountain is... Oh, we haven't been to Dragon's Place. Let's go to Dragon's Place. And then we'll go to the Guardian Fountain. So let's go fly out to Dragon's Place. So here we are back home. Right near spawn. And if I go out this way, follow this little road here, this will take us out to Dragon 9000's house. And it's been a while since Dragon's been on. So he hasn't done much recently. But he's got a nice little area here. He was slowly terraforming this place. He built a nice big lodge here. There's a bunch of stuff underground. But mostly, he just spent his time flattening out a bunch of ground. And building this nice little house. And this beacon. Alright, so from here, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump over to the Guardian Fountain. And I'm particularly proud of the Guardian Fountain. I really liked this build. So obviously there is an ocean monument area out here. We cleared out the ocean monument, and over the top of it we built a Guardian Farm called the Guardian Fountain. And what it does is there's bubbles underneath. Here, I'll give you a quick view underneath. Actually, might as well. So you can see, yeah. It's a big bubble wall. Big wall of bubbles. The Guardians spawn in the bubbles. And they get pushed up into a funnel. And the funnel pushes them up to the top there with predictable results. Now, when I first built it, it was just a funnel. And these guys would spew out the top and fall, of course, to their deaths down here. And then you just run around and collect the stuff. But eventually, we built a collection mechanism with all these hoppers. And that's what this is down here. This is collecting all of their things, which has obviously been cleared out. Somebody needed to borrow a bunch of stuff here for something. I don't know what. Probably Oldtimer needed it for some of his builds. But I tell you, I could just sit here and watch that thing spew guardians for ages. It just amuses the heck out of me. Alright, so that is most of what's on the server. There are a few other things here and there. There's there's Guilty's new area out here. I haven't seen this in a while. I'm not sure he's done much building since we were here last. That's the old Guardian farm that the boys built quite a while back. But let's see. Guilty built a lighthouse and a stable out this way. Got some tropical fish area here, a little reef. Yeah, there's Guilty's lighthouse. Right there. It's got a little satellite base here. He built a big garrison and a tower and a wall and some stables. He walled off this huge area. He was thinking of maybe building a medieval city, but I don't think he ever got all that far. There is a village out this way, an old village. So we have an old village here. I think this village is dead, too. I don't think there are any villagers left in it. Woo! Anyway, that's about it. That's about all there is on the server anymore. Yeah. So this was a couple of years in the building, if I remember rightly. Oh, see, there's the old Guardian farm. Yep, right there. Yeah. That's about it, folks. There's not much more to see, not much more to talk about. Anyway, thank you all for watching and for sticking with it all this time. I know that, particularly lately, my uploads have been a bit spotty. So, I guess the time has come to discuss the future of Fog's World, and if I'm entirely honest, I'm not sure. We definitely will start a new server. And I probably will record at least the starting of that. Like you do. I will record the first bit. Whether I post it on YouTube or not, to be honest, I'm not sure. Part of me just says, you know, I've been on YouTube for over 10 years. I've seen things come, I've seen things go. YouTube is not the platform that it once was. It is now, quite frankly, for me anyway, YouTube is kind of dying. Hello? Why won't you let me move you? Hello? I don't know. That's weird. Here, we'll land. Maybe it'll let me do it then. It doesn't want to let me select anything there. There we go. Okay, YouTube is kind of dying for me. There is no longer the same opportunity there once was for me to build an audience here. For a number of reasons. Part of it is that, let's face it, Minecraft is getting a bit long in the tooth. Minecraft has been around for a very long time now, and while some of the new changes are relatively exciting, honestly, I don't know how much more interest there is in Minecraft-related content, and I don't know how much more interest I have in creating Minecraft-related content. I've done the YouTube thing. It was never meant to be anything more than just a hobby, which it has been. It has been a very fun hobby for a long time. But it's starting to become more of a burden than it is a joy. And that, to me, is a problem. I'm not going to lie. I only want to do it if it's fun for me to do it. And while I love playing Minecraft still, I'm not sure if I am up for the added burden of actually recording it and editing it and putting it out on YouTube, particularly given all of the changes that have happened to YouTube and all of the restrictions that have been put in place, and the fact that the revenue has largely dried up. We tried the Patreon thing, and I'm super grateful to those few of you that actually went and contributed to the Patreon. But frankly, there weren't very many of you, which does not surprise me. And it's not like I'm upset about that. It is what it is, and that's fine. I totally get that. There are other folks out there creating better YouTube Minecraft-related content. And frankly, they are worthy of your patronage more than I. And that's okay. I have no problem with that. It's been a really fun run. I've really appreciated all of the support that I've had over the years. I've appreciated the fun it was building an audience, and not quite as fun watching that audience erode to what it is today. But there are some of you that have stuck with me since the very beginning, and for that I'm extremely grateful. You know, this was a great experience. Going forward, will there be a season 5? Stay tuned and find out. A lot will depend on how much people want a season 5 and how much I want to take a break. But that being said, I think this is the last episode of Fog's World Season 4. And whether or not there is a Season 5, I can't say. So to those of you that have supported me all this time, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for liking and subscribing. If you like this video, if you like this series, give it a thumbs up, share it with people. If you want to see more, leave a comment, let me know. But it is possible that this will be the end of Fog's World, because quite frankly, I don't know how much more of this I've got in me. So that said, if you would like to keep supporting me on Patreon, I will keep it up. I will, I will keep it active for at least a little while. You are welcome to support me on Patreon. It is appreciated. It helps defray the cost of running this server. I don't know that I would encourage anyone to join my Patreon at this point, because I think I've gotten everything out of that I can get. And I don't know that there's going to be another season of Fog's World, so I don't know that it makes sense for anyone else to contribute there. You're welcome to. It's appreciated if you do, but I'm not going to encourage you to do it. So thank you so much for watching and for sticking with it all these years, and for being a great audience, and for giving me a creative outlet that otherwise I might not have ever had. And whether or not there's another season of Fog's World, you have my thanks and my appreciation. And I wish the best for you. Hopefully you are all safe and healthy and happy, and perhaps I will see you again in Fog's World. Bye-bye, everyone.